Kofi stood trembling. Before him stood the grandmother he had loved more than anyone. She smiled exactly as he remembered, the same gentle eyes, the same warm voice, the same comforting presence. For a moment he wanted to believe, he wanted to run into her arms and never leave, but something deep inside him refused. The midnight market never gave anything freely. Every gift concealed a chain, every bargain hid a trap. Kofi slowly stepped backward. Tears rolled down his cheeks. "You are not my grandmother." The smile froze. The village around him flickered, like a flame struggling against the wind. "You could stay," the false grandmother whispered. "You could have everything." Kofi closed his eyes, then he spoke the hardest words of his life. "Some things are worth grieving, but they are not worth surrendering my soul." The illusion screamed. The perfect village shattered into thousands of fragments. The sky cracked apart. Darkness swallowed everything, and when the pieces vanished, the trickster merchant stood before him once more. But now, his disguise was gone. The crowd of merchants retreated. Fear filled their eyes. For the first time, Kofi understood why. The creature before him was ancient, far older than the forest, far older than the village. Its body constantly shifted. Faces emerged from its skin, hundreds of faces, laughing, crying, begging, screaming. The faces of those who had lost themselves in the market. Its eyes burned like twin moons. Its voice shook the air itself. "You continue to disappoint me, boy." The lanterns exploded. Blue fire rained from the sky. The ground trembled beneath Kofi's feet. The iron cage holding the voice glowed brighter. The creature pointed toward it. "One final challenge. Answer correctly, and your family's voice is yours. Answer incorrectly." The faces covering its body began laughing. "And you will spend eternity here." The market fell silent. Even the shadows stopped moving. Then the trickster spoke. "I can be broken without being touched. I can be given and stolen. When I disappear, families fall, kingdoms collapse, and friendships die. What am I?" Kofi froze. The answer felt close, painfully close, yet he could not grasp it. The moon moved lower. Time was running out. The distant sound of a rooster echoed somewhere beyond the forest. The first warning, the first sign that dawn was approaching. Panic rose inside him. The market sensed his fear. Immediately the merchants began whispering. "Choose quickly. Guess. You don't have time. One wrong answer. One small mistake." The whispers grew louder. The pressure became unbearable. Kofi dropped to one knee. His heart pounded. Then he looked toward the glowing cage. Inside floated the voice. A glowing golden light. The very thing his grandfather had lost. Suddenly he understood. The answer wasn't hidden. It had been in front of him the entire time. Kofi stood and smiled. The trickster leaned forward. "Speak." Kofi looked directly into its burning eyes. Then he said, "Trust." Silence, absolute silence. The market stopped breathing. The shadows froze. The lanterns became still. Kofi continued. "Trust can be broken without being touched. It can be given, it can be stolen. And when it disappears, families fall, kingdoms collapse, and friendships die." For a moment, nothing happened. Then a deafening bell rang across the entire forest. Once, twice, three times. The cage exploded with golden light. The crowd gasped. The trickster merchant staggered backward. For the first time in countless centuries, he had lost. The chains around the cage shattered. One by one. Thousands of glowing fragments filled the air. The golden light emerged. It floated before Kofi, warm, beautiful, alive. Then it spoke, not with words, but with feeling, with memory, with truth. Kofi suddenly saw generations of his family, his grandfather, his grandmother, his father, his mother, every ancestor, every struggle, every sacrifice, every dream. The voice had never hated them. It had simply been imprisoned, waiting for someone brave enough to reclaim it. The light touched Kofi's chest and entered his heart. At that exact moment, the forest shook violently. A rooster crowed in the distance. The first cockcrow. Dawn was coming. The market began to collapse. The midnight market is disappearing. The trickster merchant refuses to accept defeat. The pathways are crumbling into darkness, and Kofi must escape before the final cockcrow, because anyone trapped inside when the market vanishes becomes a permanent vendor, selling their regrets for eternity. Will Kofi reach the exit before sunrise? Or will the midnight market claim its final victim? If you were Kofi, would you have answered trust, or did you think the answer was something else? Comment your answer below, and subscribe so you don't miss the epic finale of the midnight market shadow bargains and soul deaths.